Well, the next activity that I'm going to talk about is the TOEFL practices. And well, I'm going to show just one of my notes that I have take, but first I'm going to explain. Well, if I can say like that, I don't like TOEFL. Like, I know that is part of the course of listening and speaking, but I don't like it because it's very difficult for me. Like, I think even if what like grade I'm going to take about will get in this course, I really consider that I'm great in listening and speaking. But I always think that is like more difficult when it's like a tiny exam because we get nervous and we think that we're going to mm, make a bad exam, like taking 0% of the exam and that. But then the teachers say to us that we have to make notes. We can try to make notes. And this is three of the notes that I have here that I have saved. And well, this is like if I remember, this is the first note that I take on the TOEFL, one of the TOEFL practices that we have done. And I like reported like this. First audio and like making keywords, and not just that, I'm also putting Spanish and English. For example, here, argumento principal, tell me about it. And like things that maybe it's not like going to say me so much, but I know what it means and I know why they say that. Like, for example, a lot of like errors at the moment of writing this. And well, this is one of the first notes I have done for the second, third, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth audio. But then I'm going to show the other. This is like the next note that I have done, and it's something like this. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Why I don't have put a lot here and here, like on the first note, because I have noticed this. There are two ways to answer the TOEFL at my point of view. First is making a note like this, making with like key sentences or keywords. And also the other thing that we can do when we are making the TOEFL is answering while you hear the audio. I have done this a lot of times, and that's why I like combine that. I take notes when I know that the audio is going to be easy, but when it's like difficult, like on a specific topic that is, for example, here, ecology class, species and system son independientes. That's one of the things that I wrote here. Um, and here, city planning, pedestrian mall. That like things that I don't know a lot. I know that I have to answer it while I hear it. And I think that in this TOEFL I have get like 53%. And that's very good because the first note that I take, I just have get in that TOEFL like 23%. And I say, what? But I'm taking notes. But yeah, I have like learn how like no know how to do or what to do in the TOEFL. And one of the last notes that I have made, I think for the last TOEFL that we have taken, the first audio I put like it was a conversation and it was a pretty easy conversation, so that's why I take more notes. The second I just put like what was the topic, that is Pluto controversial, that's what I put. The third audio I didn't put like the topic. The fourth I put more because it was like more like a conversation between two persons. the fifth and the sixth audio, I didn't put a lot of things, but it's because I have answered while I was hearing, and well, that works for me. So yeah. And how would I feel? Well, I say that the first, I don't like a lot of TOEFL, but I know that it's like part of the skills that we have to be good at, I think. But yeah, that's all.